Hello beautiful people, today is bike review day, not this bike, but I will be comparing it to this bike, Honda CL500, my Furiosa. It's my first love bike, 30,000 kilometers for the first year, all terrain, all weather conditions, all seasons. And I have 15 years of mountain biking enduro experience from before. And why I think this is important, like riding a bike versus riding a bike is kind of similar in certain ways, like the balance, the braking, and the edge for me is I have trained brain for unexpected situations. So I don't tend to panic in situations like that. So I can push my bike a little bit harder, maybe. That's it. So let's get to it. Here's the review for the next bike. It is Saturday, first weekend of summer holidays in Czechia, so I'm expecting more people on these roads. On the other hand, it's pretty early in the morning. I think it's around 9 o'clock, so many people are still at home. And now I will focus on the suspension review. I've ridden this bike yesterday for, I don't know, 300 kilometers or so. So I'm already quite familiar with the behavior of this bike on worse conditions of the roads, and in general I'm very positively surprised how the suspension behaves. It's really good, but, and that could be subjective obviously. If I will compare the stock suspension from Honda CL500 and this suspension, they are completely opposite. Honda is very soft all the time, so at times it's very forgiving. But the soft suspension is not ideal because the bike dives deep on the front fork especially. The rear is just a trampoline sometimes. But to me personally, it's more predictable. With this suspension, which is generally much better and much firmer, it is great like 95% of time, but then when there is a bump, it's very sudden and I'm about to jump out of the saddle, and I don't like that very much, I have to say. And this is the subjective part. I would choose the softer suspension instead of this because it is more predictable and it won't cause me any trouble with a bigger hit. Otherwise, the suspension is great together with the great brakes of this bike. There is I really need to focus on this bike being in a curve, especially downshifting, because this bike handles like an old bike, where ideally you should have the right gear before the curve and don't shift in the middle. I understand that. I could get used to it. On the other hand, my personal preference is a bike which can shift anytime without punishing me. And that is both my Furiosa and Yamaha XSR 900 I tested. But back to the suspension. It is like 1000% better with braking compared to Honda CL500, because the stock suspension of Honda has 50% sag when you are sitting on the bike in your garage, and that's just very bad. So when you brake harder, the front fork is diving so deep and changing the geometry. On this bike, it's absolutely perfect. Like it doesn't dive deep. It brakes excellently. So the suspension on Moto Guzzi V7, no matter if it's a sport or stone or whatever, that's very positive surprise to me. I would be expecting the quality of suspension this bike has from more expensive bikes in general. On the other hand, the only thing you can adjust is the preload, which is a bummer for me personally, but that's very common for other bikes in this price category as well. Yeah, and in a minute we will be in very good twisties, which have very bad road. So that will be the other part where I would like to test this bike. And after that, I will switch off the camera and continue our road trip to the caves. Yeah, the caves, they call it hell sometimes. Maybe it has other names. The village where these caves are like close by is called Lindava, and I recommend visiting this place to everyone traveling through Czechia, through north of Czechia. It is really something special you won't be able to see anywhere else, and I will make some footage from there as well, obviously.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
Another part of the video, which is an ability of a bike, which is very handy for me. That's standing position. I wasn't doing off-road on this bike from obvious reasons, and you don't need to stand on this bike at all. But fuck. But in situations like this, it's great if you can. And this is a big surprise for me. I wasn't expecting standing position so comfortable like on this bike. The tank is shaped properly, so you can squeeze it with your legs very nicely. And despite the size, despite the height of the bike, I can reach the handlebars very comfortably. I would say the same as on Furiosa, but on Furiosa I was buying the height extender from the handlebars. So in stock, the Honda CL500, which is a scrambler, had worse standing position than this bike, which is not supposed to be suitable for off-road or standing position. And that is a great benefit, great plus. Definitely not a key argument for choosing this bike or not. And this was only a small tidbit. See you in the next bit.